Alright, fools, so we are on to the next episode of Dragon Ball Super, and this episode is called. Wait, this is episode 21, and this is called The Revenge Begins, The Frieza Army's Malice Strikes Gohan. So this episode opens up with Frieza's ship landing on Earth, and, just thousands and thousands, or maybe hundreds is a better word, but a lot of soldiers show up. And in the meantime, the five Z fighters are standing there discussing what's going on. Tien mentions that Chaozu, is not strong enough, so he didn't bring him. And it's like, right, that makes a ton of sense right there. Then Gohan mentions that on Bulma's instructions, they made sure not to tell Goten and Trunks about what's going on because they're very reckless. So it's like, okay, so that explains those two. Then Krillin says, okay, so Goku and Vegeta aren't here yet. Well, as long as we've got Boo, we'll be fine. And then here's the big piece of shit. Then Gohan goes, oh, well, Boo's not coming. He's asleep right now. We can't wake him up. What? What? Why? So dumb. No, I want Boo here. Fucking shit up. God damn it. What a slap in the face. He's asleep? Asleep? That's what we're going with? And then at that point, Master Roshi does mention that they stopped by Korin's tower and they've got a huge fat bag of sensu beans. So that is really good, obviously. At this point, Gohan also mentions how he has not been keeping up with his training, so he is a lot weaker. But he does say, well, I definitely can go Super Saiyan. And it's like, you know what, Gohan? That's fucking awesome. How about your 11-year-old version shows up and you go Super Saiyan 2? Maybe that'll help a little bit here. God damn it. That's just... I was hoping that some of this might be a little different than it was from the Resurrection of Frieza movie, because I just fear the show falling into the Dragon Ball GT trap of everyone standing around waiting for Goku to show up when, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, yeah, Goku got a lot of shit done, but, in Dragon Ball Z, Goku, the people he beat, Frieza, he did, I guess, beat Frieza, but Trunks ended up killing Frieza. Vegeta took out a bunch of the androids, the android saga, Goku wasn't around the entire time. Gohan took out Cell. They were fighting Boo and stuff for a while. At the end, Goku finally did take Boo out with the Spirit Bomb, but, Dragon Ball GT, the entire series was just everyone standing around waiting for Goku to come save the day, and way too much it looks like this show might be going in that direction, but at least in this show it seems as though Vegeta is up on the pedestal along with Goku, which I guess is better than nothing. Right around this point, Bulma and Jacko arrive, and Bulma convinces Jacko, or Jake, it's probably Jaco, to help out with the fight. Then at this point, Frieza comes out, and Frieza actually does recognize, Frieza recognized Krillin, and, we get to see a nice little flashback of, taken straight from Dragon Ball Z when Frieza killed Krillin. Frieza recognizes Piccolo as well, by saying, that same Namekian. At this point, Gohan and Bulma are talking a little bit. Bulma's like, it's okay, Gohan, you'll be able to take Frieza no problem, right? Frieza was a long time ago. There's been Cell, Boo, all these villains since then. And Gohan tells her, no, Frieza's not the same. I'm not going to be able to beat her. And I'm not going to be able to beat him. And Gohan and Bulma, they have a funny little exchange where she's like, you're serious? And Gohan's like, yes. She's like, you're really serious? Gohan's like, yes. Seriously? Yes. And so Bulma starts freaking out. And she tries to get Frieza to wait until, Goku arrives, since that's why Frieza's here, is to fight Goku anyway. But Frieza doesn't really bite on that bullshit and says he's going to count to 10, and then then the shit's going to start. So that quickly passes, and the fighting begins, and Master Roshi says, if we each take out 170, we should be okay. And the fighting, starts taking place. Everyone is dominating, beating the shit out of these weak Frieza soldiers, as should be the case. Even Master Roshi is giving them the business. Frieza then recognizes that, adult Gohan, this is the same child that was there on Namek so long ago, and that disgusts Frieza a little bit. At this point, Frieza then just notices Krillin basically floating by himself and tries to order all of the soldiers to attack Krillin because Krillin is really scared and he's not really doing anything. Like, Tien makes a quick attack to protect Krillin, who's about to get hit from behind. But I really don't like this right here because, people always give Krillin a lot of fucking flack. Even Team 4 Star, the Krillin owned count is hilarious, but, Krillin is always there, always brave, always getting shit done. In the Cell Saga, he's always there. Look at Super Buu on top of Kami's lookout. Krillin charges Super Buu so everyone can escape. The one who's always a bitch is Yamcha, not Krillin. Krillin is always standing alongside the Saiyans ready to fight, even though he's nowhere near as strong as them. And so I didn't appreciate, them just transforming Krillin into a scared little bitch right here. Now, I understand his fear will be a little different compared to the others since, Frieza did kill him. But Krillin is scared of these normal Frieza soldiers, which is just such a slap in the face because the beginning of the Namekian saga, when Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma first land on planet Namek, 3 minutes into their being on planet Namek, and they wipe out some Frieza soldiers with one hit. So it's kind of it's just so, like, Krillin being scared of just these punks. I can understand if all the soldiers were wiped out, then it's time to fight Frieza, and Krillin's scared. Okay, I got that. But Krillin is scared of these little bitch-ass soldiers. Like, what the fuck? Then it cuts over to Beerus' planet, and Goku and Vegeta are doing some training. And what's interesting is that Goku kind of falls to the ground, like, on a knee or something. And, they're both out of breath, but Vegeta's standing, and Vegeta mentions to Goku, you can't stand anymore. And Goku says, yeah. So it almost looks like this is a little hint that right now Vegeta is still maintaining this slight lead over Goku. Whis appears to be not pleased that all Goku and Vegeta are doing is fighting each other and says, they could be doing that on Earth or whatever. Then Beerus basically challenges them, says, okay, you guys are getting stronger, you want to fight? But Goku, does mention that Beerus is still a lot stronger than them. So at this point, Beerus tells Whis to send them there, with some air quotations. And Whis says he doesn't think they're strong enough for that, but Beerus just overrules him and says, quickly, do it. And as Whis goes to send them away, his staff is glowing. Clearly, this is Bulma trying to contact him from earlier when she, was gonna let Goku and Vegeta know that Frieza had arrived. But Beerus is telling him to hurry up, so Whis ignores the message and opens up some portal and sends Goku and Vegeta into it. Then it cuts back over to the Frieza soldiers really taunting Krillin. One of the soldiers goes, I would send your family a strand of your hair, but you don't have any. And they've got him surrounded, and, they're laughing about killing him and stuff. And the soldier goes in to punch him, and Krillin easily dodges. And it's like, yeah, no fucking shit, Krillin. You're like a million times stronger than these guys. These are generic-ass soldiers. They're nothing. Fucking nothing. And Krillin is even surprised at how easily he's dodging the attacks. And then it cuts down to Master Roshi, who mentions there's no need to be surprised. And he name drops Cell, Beerus, Buu, Goku, Vegeta. He says, you've seen so many spectacular fighters, engage in battle. Of course, these weak-ass dudes, you're easily going to be able to see their attacks coming. They're not going to be a challenge to you. And Krillin goes, oh yeah, that's right. And, then it actually is pretty cool. Krillin does the exact same attack he uses in the Saiyan saga to wipe out the Cybermen. I got a big kick out of that. That attack, I remember, is pretty good in Dragon Ball Z Legendary Super Warriors. And, at this point, Master Roshi shoots out a Kamehameha. Piccolo does his special beam cannon. They begin wiping out pretty much all of the remaining soldiers at this point. So here, it went by much quicker than it did in the movie. Then Sorbet sends in Shisame. Remember, he's supposed to be the strongest member of the Frieza army. And Shisame goes in and he's about to fight Gohan. Gohan says that, he'll take him on one-on-one. And Shisame does like a bear hug on Gohan. And Gohan's talking to him, trying to get him to, to back down so that he won't have to, I guess, kill him, But, Gohan does mention how, like, I've got a daughter now. I want to raise her in a peaceful place. So, like, I'm going to have to go in right now. And at this moment, Tagoma actually attacks, shoots an energy blast that goes through Shisame, killing him, and also goes through Gohan, critically injuring him. And Gohan falls to the ground, and Krillin mentions, like, oh, Gohan's not going to be able to eat a senzu bean like this. His heart is stopped. But Piccolo, jump starts it with some energy, and they give him a senzu bean, and he recovers. And then Tagoma reveals that, he's actually now the strongest of the Frieza army because he was Frieza's training partner during these 4 months. And they show, like, a scene of Frieza, beating the crap out of Tagoma. And there is an interesting line of dialogue where Frieza says, with this, I'll be able to keep Son Goku alive, but, with just an inch of his life hanging on, in pain and suffering. And so Tagoma, I guess, every day was getting healed by the healing machines and then going there and getting the crap beat out of him by Frieza. So because of this, Tagoma is now by far the strongest member of the Frieza army. And it's implied, basically, by everyone that he's stronger than all of them, too, which is... That seems like a big bitch slap in the face. But I guess, Frieza, we know how strong Golden Frieza is going to be, so if he was training with Frieza, I guess this is cool to see, like, other people rise up to, like, a high level of strength besides just the Saiyans. But I'm sure, if this guy is still alive by the time Goku and Vegeta come back, he'll get fucking one-shotted by them or something. So then Tagoma powers up, and it cuts over to Goten and Trunks, who are playing outside, and they're able to sense Tagoma's energy, and so they're like, well, shit, this seems a lot more fun. So they fly off to go see what the source of this giant energy reading is, and Sorbet even says, like, his power is now stronger than the Ginyu Force. That's incredible, but it's like, yo, shut the fuck up. The Ginyu Force... Like, their power levels were in, like, the 50,000s or something. Ginyu's max power was, like, 120,000. And it's like, Super Saiyan Goku was, like, 10 million. Like, it's just, like, see, like, power levels and stuff just starts getting all out of whack. Like, oh, he's stronger than the Ginyu Force. It's like, stop. Just stop right there. And then just before the episode ends, the spaceship, Jacko's spaceship, I guess, that was not broken, that Bulma and Jacko arrived in, you see the frog that must be Captain Ginyu get out of it. So it does look like Ginyu is going to be a factor in this fight very, very soon. And then on the next episode preview, we see Tagoma wiping the shit out of everyone. So it looks like he is indeed stronger. And the title of the episode implies that it may not be Tagoma beating the fuck out of him, but it is going to be Captain Ginyu, in fact. So this will be cool to have, Captain Ginyu make a return after so long being in the frog form. I'm definitely excited for that.